How's everybody doing? Let me just set up my stream properly here. Fizzy, I saw that you kind of got into it with Alva. Which is not... Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, someone was being a little bit toxic, it seems. Hey! Chaponda, how you doing? Skyleon, how you doing, man? I actually had to uninstall my latest drivers and uninstall the version prior to that, thanks to some stupid bug that wasn't recognizing my pen. Ed Wolf, how's it going? Better, balanced brother, how are you doing? Well, I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah, like your comment was obviously very emotional for me as well, because that's a lot, man. It's a lot to deal with. I gotta turn the music down for myself a little bit. Can you even hear the music? Or do I have... No, you can. There we go. I don't want to listen to tavern music. Captain Poopy Bum, how are you doing? Yeah, that's a little loud. Not gonna lie. Go. Should be okay. Fizzy, if you're still here, just a word of advice. I'd keep it a little bit more friendly. I know they're just AI characters, but in general, I don't like seeing toxic or trolly type of behavior on the Discord. But yeah, all good. Because if one starts, you know, encourages other people, and then it just turns into way more than it. Thank you. I don't know if I want to... Like, I'll have to adjust the pauldron over on the other side here too, in the 3/4 front. But song. needs. Oh, actually, before I forget it. Same as usual, I have to adjust my stupid camera settings. Yay! I wonder... though. Just... that... Whoa. And let's pop over to art. Art. Much game dev, yes. How have you been? Oop, weird Twitch UI. What? Oh. I've been okay. I mean, it's up and down, you know? Some days it's easier, some days it's worse. Obviously, the grief is still there and will always be there. So that's not going to change. But, you know, it's not all bad all the time. Yesterday I had moments of sadness, but I feel like it's just, you know, this kind of stuff just comes on top of everything else that's going on in your life. So, at times it can feel a little much. Okay, goal for today, for today's stream, is to finish the turnaround fully. Do like too much like some weird house music. That down. Down. Off for now. Because the thing that I'd love to do today is get back into Unreal and set up the next project folder. Set it up properly the way that I'd want to have it for when I'm like well, the way that I feel like it should be for proper game dev. I've been too inconsistent with my naming conventions, and my OCD is just like not letting it go. If that makes any sense, if anybody can relate. Problem is, I haven't really dealt with the sword yet, because the sword needs to be there for the full turnaround too. Yeah, disorganized project makes me want to quit and start over. OCD, for sure. I hate thinking about the folders on my computer. Too many. Yeah, man. And the amount of, like, files within them, you know. Version 1, renamed completely to something else. Version 1, 2, 3, 4, then unnamed, unnamed project file or whatever, version 1, untitled 01. I don't know, it's so messy. I had a question. It's been bugging me even though I know it's kind of silly. What size are the animation sprites you make, and what size do you have them in Unreal? Been trying to decide on a resolution for my game, and I've generally picked HD, but I can't decide on the size of the character sprites and other assets, especially character sprites. So I was wondering how you juggled that for your game. Well, the interesting thing is that's a question that I was asked recently as well by someone else. And I'm just, you know, when I'm animating stuff, I'm generally animating in HD, so 1080p and whatever animation software I have. However, I was recently chatting with somebody that reached out to me over what was I gonna say? Someone who reached out over on Discord to me. ADHD getting in the way. Remember? I was gonna say. Can I not copy that here? Okay. I'll post the link in... I'll post the link in the chat. he sent me this thing, and it goes over sharp lines. Now this is like creating lines or outlines with distance fields, so it's something that I will have to look into, because it'd be interesting to know if I can sort of do this for the outline of the character so that it's always sharp, but we'll see. Yeah, so I animate on an 1080p like art plate, and the character is relatively large, but I can still put everything, like if the character is jumping, I don't have to like move the character down in order to still get it into frame, if you know what I mean. But I mean, that might change. Those are all like things that I will need to look into the further into it I get. So sleeve that down here. Here, or this. Just to explain what I'm doing is I'm using masks to hide the parts that will be hidden something, just so that, like, you know, like I have it there if I need it. If I don't, okay, so I think one thing that I do need to do, because I don't like the way that's overlapped. There we go. Now it's not creating a weird kind. I think that's looking pretty okay from that. That said, let's screen left. This. Let me copy and paste that pauldron into... What's wrong with this one? Okay, add a news. Bunch of news. Yeah. Maybe? Yeah, like, I guess I had to search for it again or something. Anyways, green. Already listened to this one. Oh no, I deleted some stuff on it. No, not interested. Dude, game's looking awesome so far. Thank you so much, grumpy old fart man. That felt good to say, man. Hello, bro. Love your art visual for the game. Much love from Malaysia. Thank you so much. Oops. Okay. Copy. Here. One second. I don't want, for one, I don't want it to be that high up. That's gonna unbalance shit. But I also don't want it to be visible. I think we can balance there. Looks like if I make that away. Or let's see. There, that's what it goes to. Leaf goes. It makes it feel like this arm is out too far. Maybe there. And then just like lifting it the tiniest little bit. See what that is. Means I'll have to adjust the colors, but whatever. I feel like that's a little bit better. Alrighty, you're off. Have a great rest of your stream. Thank you so much, Fizzy. Take care. I'll see you around. Amar Boro. Hello, bro. Love the visual art of the game. Much love from Malaysia. Right. Already read that. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Sometimes I can't tell what I read and what I didn't read until I read it. Alright, so the things that are missing now are belt, both belts. Just, it looks a little bit strange. Maybe I just have to get used to it. Alright, so don't need this pauldron. Skirt with the skirt. No. Technically it's not a skirt, but and then on top of the torso. The torso. Ugh. Okay, I want to. I hate that I have to keep going back in here, but I just want to see whereabouts I have it. I mean, technically the same goes for. Torso belt as well. Very clearly. Whoops. You don't see all the way around. Really enjoyed your devlog so far. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very difficult one. Once because it was a hard one to get through, as you can imagine. I feel like there's a bunch of tonal shifts in the video that kind of make it a little bit cringy, because it's, you know, one moment I'm serious and talking about something that's so difficult, and then in the next I'm like talking about the game as if nothing ever plays. It's due to the recording process taking place over. It's like the video initially was a lot more depressing to listen to. Not at all is what you gotta do to retain views and get YouTube promote your videos. That's true. I was trying to be as like authentic as I could possibly be, which, I mean, not that I wouldn't have been authentic or whatever. And even the moments where I'm like feeling better and the video sounds happier. Not like I'm putting on a face or just because days it's easier, some days. You know, one thing that I have, one thing that my partner got me for Christmas is this little wooden figure that has like a dog, has a person, and then sitting on a chair. And that was such a beautiful gift to receive. At the same time, also an extremely emotional thing. And I have it at my desk to always like see it. Reminds me of how much adored her dog. And I've only had the privilege to know him for like 3.5-ish kind of years. Makes the whole thing even sadder. Like, I wish I would have been able to like know him. Glad that I got it. I love your videos. Thank you. Looks good. Thanks, Sky Leon. I think one of the hardest things to deal with, though, and this is probably true for most grieving processes. Oh, god damn it. I deleted it. I didn't actually, like, just hide it. Oh god, like, I actually undo. Got to. Now you'll watch me draw this goddamn line for like half an hour. It's a lot easier when you've got a pen display. Why? Here. feel like it's gonna look, but yes. A little bit better. The skirt belt feels a little. That right. Maybe a little bit more balanced. Okay, better. Andres, thank you so much. Great video, great work. Love your art. Cheers from Brazil. Switched to a pen display years ago and can't go back. Yeah, I mean, I have a pen display. But I switched to a pen tablet just to see what it feels like to not stare down at something when you're drawing. To like have a little bit better of a posture. Which, you know, yes, it's nice, but I miss having a pen display. I don't know why. Oops. So, we've got top right there. So, here. Do you work outside of indie dev, or are you full-time indie? No, I'm not a full-time indie. I do work outside of this. Which is the reason why progress is slow. You have a full-time job. I work in the TV animation industry as a director. Ugh. Alright, I have to step. It was great being on stream. Hope to catch you on the next one. Keep pushing, brother. Bizapo, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I wish you all the best in the healing journey, and I'll see you in the next stream. What studio are you at? I was at Bento Box for a few years when I worked on an indie pilot most of this year for the Final Space Creator. Nice. I work in the British Columbia animation industry, so I've worked at I've worked at local studios here, but on, I don't know, like, not sure if you ever heard of Atomic Cartoons. I mean, they're not like world-renowned studios. That said, I think probably the most easily recognizable name for a project is probably Marvel. There's a couple cool Marvel projects that I got to be part of. But that's, you know, working for Marvel as Marvel being the client. So I didn't work directly at Marvel. Thank you, Skyleon. Like, for example, I had the fortune and pleasure of directing Marvel Superhero Adventures, which is a preschool show about Spider-Man and his superhero friends. And they encounter different types of situations. From each situation, Spidey learns a lesson, valuable lesson, or teaches a lesson. And, oops. And a little bit of action. It's got some storyline, kids. That was a pretty good project. It was my first show director. And I had the pleasure of doing that for 4 seasons, which is the total length of that show. Sadly, after 4 seasons, it wasn't kept around. But it's a direct to YouTube, so it's on YouTube. insane. No wonder your art is so good. I mean, there are plenty of people working at Marvel who are just so much fucking better. But another cool project I got to do was doing some animations for Mopop, which was a Marvel exhibition, which started in the Seattle Pop Culture Museum. But so I have like a cool moment where I'm I don't know, let me see if I can find the Instagram post. Ugh. Oh, knocked over my little... Nice turnaround. Thank you. Here, I'll show you. This was a pretty cool moment. I got to sit in a museum. I got to sit in a museum with like a 3D version of the thing, and with my animation on a like fake looking or like a pretend window in the back. It was pretty fucking dope. That was a cool moment. That was a cool moment. Definitely by far one of my favorite moments. Another show, although that was right at the beginning when I started in animation, that I was really proud to be part of, is, or was Motor City. Sadly canceled by Disney. But that was such a privilege to be on something like that. Like, that's the closest that I, like, you know, is this fucking close comparatively to Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, because he plays the villain in that show. Not that I ever got to talk to him or see him on that show, because mostly done in the States and they sent up some work to Canada. But I was that fucking close. That felt pretty cool too. Oh man, I'm a huge Motor City fan. That's so flippin' cool. Yeah, man. Every time I watched the opening of that show, I was so fucking excited to be working on it. Let me see if I can find my... Let me see if I can find my reel. Alright, so... Oh shit, someone actually messaged me 3 years ago. How can I contact you? Oops. Alright, there you go. Let's say that's good. Thank you. Just some stuff over the span of 14 years in the industry grown into one. Right. Sorry, I gotta do a few. Hot. Bring the front over here. Oh, ad break on Twitch. Okay. Ah. Hmm. Five fish? What? Torso, buckle. Yeah, I mean that should. Oops. Mr. Chambers, one thing I will say though is I do have my own animation studio, and my goal is to be like fully self-employed either end of this year or end of next year. Be more realistic, I guess, end of next year. I have to adjust the feet a little bit and put our back. Because I feel like I can grab one of these here and slide right there. Definitely have to make sure that there's consistency there. Trying to figure out there. Off. Goes all the way to up there, and then right here is where curves are.
The lost soul enters the tavern.
It's very quiet. Can you guys even hear that? Lost soul has entered the tavern. Let's see. Who has entered the tavern? Framed World, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay. Looks really charming. Thank you. Thank you so much for following my progress. Oh, this is technical. Have it. Hear that. The paw. The other way. Alright, I just got a food order, so I'll be right back. Take a little break. That's gonna be eaten later. Continue. I kind of like front and back views because of I like the front and back views just because it's nice to just once in a while draw with some symmetry. You can just turn your brain off and just make something look perfectly symmetrical. Yeah, I love that brush. It's standard with every Photoshop. zoning out. What the hell am I doing? The head is not. Pixel off. Dirt. Oops. Got the skirt. Torso. There. Hips. Technically doesn't have to be 100% correct. When I'm building this in... No, I'm going to attempt building this again. Then flash them. When I'm building this, I will probably just... His little doggy booty hanging out the back. Okay. Go. Start. Hmm. Great. Just starting with this good ending. Never ending. I don't even know if you can hear it. Probably not. And then maybe, I don't know if the pauldrons should go in a little bit more. Maybe, right? Color away. There. Torso. Boom. Then we've got tail. Fantastically enough is broken. God, yeah, you know. But, okay. This. Because we have tail from gotta love spam. That'll be good enough. I think I'm going to end it here, though. Or get close to it anyway. Don't need the front again. Basically, back, side. Flip them around now, so I'd definitely looking more like he's leaning forward in the 3/4 front. It's easier to fix though in animate when you actually build the character, because then you can make adjustments as you're building it. So I think it's good enough. Andrit, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I feel like the music's getting worse the further down we go this playlist. Alright, so the obvious things that aren't working in these views here are the belt buckle. Well, belt and buckle. Bottom belt works fine. Don't need to do anything there. So the one thing that I have to do to finish all of this is add a belt here. Do the belt the other way around here, other way around here, other way around here. Art or game dev first? Well, I mean, I've never been a game developer, really. I mean, I'm just diving into that now. So I guess to answer that question, I'm getting into game development second. Art, you know, I've been drawing as long as I can remember. I've been let's bring it over to chat. Yeah, drawing as long as I can remember. I went to school to study animation. So my background is in art, I guess you could say. And game development, now a new skill that I'm picking up. I did learn some stuff about game development in college, because the program that I was assigned, or like that I was signed up for, was called 3D animation, 3D game animation, and it covered pretty much everything from how to draw to how to rig, how to animate in 3D, how to, you know, build levels in Unreal. It's forever ago. Yo, a Narc 6. Holy shit. I think I've seen a ghost. Long time no see, buddy. Been a long time. Where are you at with your points? With your channel redemption points? Where are you at? But yeah, like, self-taught artist, animation school didn't really teach me a whole lot with art. It was nice to do some life drawing classes, but it was great for teaching me, obviously, traditional animation, some 3D stuff, most of which I've forgotten. Edit all night, catch you live early. I'm at... Okay, Anar, I need you to message me on Discord and send me a description of what you want your tavern character to look like. What's your race, your class, your any sort of physical traits, I need to know, because I'll draw your character next. Wow. They are getting louder and louder over here.
Its face. Oh my god, it's happening.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish Poopy was still here. I could show you something cool. I mean, I can show you without Poopy being here. But if you got a second. So when Poopy messages in chat, something that will pop up is this right here. Captain Poopy Bum has entered the chat. It's something that I have on like about a minute cooldown, but it gets triggered when Captain Poopy Bum writes in chat. Poopy already sounds impressive. Meaning, and this is basically, you've always been so good with the tech, I'm jealous. Dude, it's, if you haven't heard of Atom, you should check out Atom. Atom is amazing with the things that it can do for stream. I'll send you a link if you need, but yeah, definitely message me over Discord and let me know what your character looks like, because I need that. I need to make some Instagram content. I need to draw another character, so might as well draw yours. I have Atom, got the vertical streaming on my OBS through them. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm triggering the, you know, take user chat message and then trigger something in OBS with that. The only thing that I wish that I could do is take the text and pop it into the text box of the message that he wrote. But yeah. Another thing I was trying out, I don't know if it's gonna, let me see if it's gonna work. Yeah. The other thing that I'm trying out is using a captions tool plus my animation of my character to have him show up and, you know, have a text box that keeps evolving. It's not the best captions tool, but it does the trick to make it seem like this is, you know, in-game dialogue. Love all the software toys. Stayed up all night creating new assets for mobile setup. I've created while I away for 6 weeks on this film gig. Nice. Well, congrats on the film gig. I can't. Oh, maybe I'll message you over Discord. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it out loud here. Got some nice things coming up for my my own company. Anyways, this is my cue. I'm gonna take off. Anar, you know what to do. And same as usual, 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m.-ish Pacific time, Tuesdays and Thursdays until 10. That's the new schedule. That's the schedule we've been on for a little while now. So, congrats. Yeah, message me anytime. Will do. And don't forget to check out the latest indie game development vlog if you haven't seen it yet. It is over on YouTube. For those that are over on Twitch, let me just post it in here a couple times. If you have, thank you so much for your support. And let me see who's streaming. Can I raid anybody? Nope. Nobody that I care about. That's all right. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Really appreciate you all. Anar, good to see you. Yeah, back again Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time until 10. Be there or be square. Bye, everybody.